I woke up to a notification that my boyfriend had tagged someone else in a photo of my fucking bed. Let me back up. Just 2 days before that post, Ryan and I had spent the weekend wrapped up in what I thought was pure bliss. Matching takeout boxes, horror movies, late-night foot rubs, and his phone face down the entire time. I even made pancakes on Sunday morning in his shirt, the one with the tiny bleach stain on the collar. He kissed my shoulder while I flipped the last one. So yeah, imagine my confusion when Monday morning, in the middle of a Zoom call, I glanced at my phone and saw a new Instagram notification. At Ryan, Stevens just tagged at Lacey for real in a photo. The preview image showed my bedroom pillows, my headboard, my sheets. I thought it was a glitch. Maybe an old photo from when his sister stayed over during finals week. Maybe he meant to tag me and his autocorrect glitched. I tapped the notification. The photo was posted to his main account, not some shady Finsta. It was one of those blurry, artsy shots, taken from the edge of the bed, sheets rumpled just enough to scream afterglow. The caption: "This weekend was everything I needed, real only." But there were two things that made my blood go ice cold. I hadn't taken that picture. I wasn't in it. Just a smooth expanse of thigh, a bare arm holding a phone, and the corner of a brunette ponytail. Not mine. I zoomed in like a psycho, and even through the blur I could see her nails. Red, perfectly shaped. I scrolled to the comments. The first one read, "You guys, finally." And then, OMG, it's official. Wait, I thought he was single. I refreshed the page, over 400 likes in an hour. I texted him, "Who TF is Lacey?" No reply. "You posted a pic in MY bed and tagged someone else." Still nothing. "Ryan, don't ignore me, I swear to God." I called straight to voicemail. So I did what any other betrayed girl with Wi-Fi would do. I clicked on at Lacey for real. Her profile was public, of course. Her bio said just a lil chaos and cardio with a link to her TikTok. First post on her feed. POV, you're soft launching your man but he goes full tilt. It was a video of her lip-syncing to some viral audio, cut between clips of legs under a white duvet, again, my duvet, and a shot of 2 glasses of wine clinking in front of Ryan's TV. That TikTok was posted Sunday night, less than 12 hours after he kissed my forehead and said he couldn't imagine waking up next to anyone else. I was shaking, crying, still on a Zoom call with my mic muted and camera off, pretending to take notes while my heart fell through my chest. Then came the kicker, one of her older videos, from last weekend. Same sheets, same bedroom, except this time Ryan walks into frame, in boxers, scratching his stomach. When his roommate's gone, so you pretend it's your place date night. I slammed my laptop shut. We weren't even officially living together, but he stayed over at mine more than his own place. Half his cologne was on my bathroom counter. His Netflix account autologged on my TV. I wanted to burn everything, or DM her, or smash my phone. But I didn't. Instead, I grabbed my keys and drove straight to his apartment. He didn't answer the buzzer, so I walked around to the side gate where he used to sneak me in when the main door was jammed and found it propped open with a brick. Classic. His car was in the lot, his curtains were closed. I climbed the stairs 2 at a time, knocked, pounded. Finally, the door opened. But it was Ryan. It was her. Lacey. In my oversized hoodie, the one with the bleach stain. Her expression went from smug to confused to wide-eyed horror as I said, "Hi, do you know whose hoodie that is?" Before she could answer, I heard Ryan's voice from inside. "Babe, who is it?" Then came the sound of footsteps. 2 sets. One of them was heavier, slower. I braced myself for Ryan. But the second person, who came around the corner, was my sister. And she looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Please don't make this a thing." "Please don't make this a thing," my sister said again, softer this time, like I was the one crossing a line. I couldn't even speak. My mouth opened, but no sound came out. I just stared at her, my own blood, in a hallway that suddenly felt like it was tilting sideways. Lacey, still wearing my hoodie, took a half step back like I was the threat. Ryan finally appeared behind them, shirtless, hair tousled, holding a coffee mug like he hadn't just detonated my entire life. "Oh," he said. "Hey. Hey. Hey," I snapped, my voice finally catching up with my fury. "You posted a picture in my bed, tagged another girl, and I find my sister here, wearing my clothes. What the actual fuck is going on?" "Let's not do this here," my sister muttered, glancing toward the neighbor's doors. "Please, not like this." "No, we're doing it exactly like this," I said, stepping forward. "Because you all clearly didn't care about being quiet when you filmed your little TikToks in my sheets." Ryan raised both hands like I was some unhinged stranger. "Okay, first of all, you and I weren't exclusive." I actually laughed. "You ate my food, slept in my bed, gave me a key, and you want to pull that bullshit now." He looked at Lacey. "Can you give us a second?" Lacey gave him a look, then turned and walked back inside, with my hoodie still on. My sister followed without a word. I took a deep breath. My hands were shaking, and I realized I'd balled them into fists so tight my nails had left crescents in my palms. "You don't get to spin this," I said. "You tagged her in a photo in my bed. You lied to me." Ryan shrugged. "I didn't lie, I just didn't post about you." "So I was what, your off-the-grid side chick, while you did a goddamn soft launch with someone else?" I said. He had the audacity to smirk. "Lacey got reach. She's on the edge of going viral, and I'm helping her grow her audience. You never wanted that whole social media couple vibe, remember?" "Because I didn't want to be content, Ryan. I thought we were real." "You were," he said, "until you started getting weird about my followers." I blinked. "I literally never said a word about your fucking followers." "Not to me," he said, "but you stalked every girl who liked my photos. You kept sending screenshots to Bree." That stopped me cold. "Bree, my sister." "You told him that?" I asked, looking past him through the open door. She didn't answer. She was standing in the kitchen, pretending to sip tea like it was a goddamn Jane Austen novel. "I told him you were feeling insecure," Bree said at last. "Because you've always been, like that, possessive and jealous. It's not new." It felt like the floor dropped out from under me. My own sister, my ride or die, my lifelong secret keeper, had been feeding him commentary on my jealous tendencies like she was a fucking relationship spy. And suddenly, everything made sense. The weird, accidental likes on Ryan's posts from Bree's burner account. The random comments about how thirsty his followers were. The time she joked that I wouldn't survive dating someone TikTok famous. I thought she was teasing. Turns out she was setting me up. "I can't believe this," I whispered. "You're being dramatic," Bree said. "You two were barely together." "Oh, fuck you," I snapped. "You were at our anniversary dinner, Bree. You toasted to us." She looked down, guilty. Good. Ryan chimed in again like he was hosting a panel. "Look, I get that this sucks, but it's not like I cheated technically. I just moved on. While leaving your toothbrush in my apartment. Didn't want to carry it around," he said, like I was being unreasonable. That's when I snapped. "You know what, keep the hoodie," I said. "You've already taken everything else." I turned and walked out, but not before I grabbed the key to my apartment off the little bowl by the door. My key, the one I'd stupidly given him in a moment of trust. As I reached my car, my hands were still trembling. My phone buzzed again. Notification. At Lacey for Real mentioned you in a comment. I opened it with shaking fingers. Her comment was under my last photo. The one of my bookshelf with Ryan's hand barely in frame, posted 3 weeks ago. Her comment said, "Cute, he left that shirt at my place yesterday though." People were starting to reply. Someone wrote, "Damn, this got messy fast. Wait, is this the girl from the TikTok? What is happening, OMG?" And then I saw it. Someone with no profile pic, generic handle like at Truthfinder 384, had replied. "She's not the only one. Check tagged posts from December I's burner account confirmed." A burner. I clicked the tag. It led to a completely unknown Instagram account. Low follower count, 1 post, locked. But the username, at Ryan's Ghost, and the profile picture, was a selfie I'd never seen before. Him, in bed, with someone who definitely wasn't me, or Lacey. The burner account's username, at Ryan's Ghost, kept flashing in my head like a neon sign I couldn't unsee. I requested to follow it, heart pounding in my chest. It was private, but that profile photo, a dimly lit selfie taken in a mirror, shirtless Ryan with his arm draped over a woman whose face was half covered by her phone. Brunette, not me, not Lacey. Someone else. I zoomed in like an obsessed detective. The woman had a tattoo, 3 birds flying across her ribcage. Familiar. I scrolled back through my memory until it hit me. Vanessa. Ryan's ex. The one he swore was emotionally unstable and still obsessed with him. The same one he blocked in front of me last fall during a dumb, performative argument. He told me she was stalking his socials. I believed him. But this account, he wasn't just not blocking her, he was posting her. I needed to see more. I clicked the only post on the account. It was a reel, and it was public. My hands were shaking so badly, I almost dropped the phone. The reel was a compilation of clips, cut together like a twisted love letter. It opened with him kissing Vanessa's shoulder. Then a voiceover, his voice. They say ghosts haunt the places they loved most. Then a fast montage. Their bare feet tangled in white sheets. A balcony shot I recognized from my old apartment. Him laughing while she danced in nothing but his hoodie. The final clip, him holding her hand in a parking lot, time-stamped February, while he and I were supposedly monogamous. I looked at the caption. Not everything needs to be posted on Maine. The comments turned off, of course. I threw my phone into the passenger seat like it burned. My mouth was dry, my ears were ringing, I could barely form thoughts. 3 women. Me, Lacey, Vanessa. And that burner account wasn't just for nostalgia, it was active. He was still seeing her. I opened my text thread with Ryan and typed, "You absolute coward. I hope your TikTok fame is worth the grave you just dug for yourself." But I didn't send it, not yet. Instead, I opened TikTok. Lacey's latest video had jumped to 84K views in 3 hours. Comments like, "You guys are goals. I've been rooting for you two since that soft launch. Is this THE Ryan from the podcast? Wait, podcast." I checked her bio again. There was a new link. New EPWHIM. I clicked it. Spotify opened, title. When you know FT, at Ryan Stevens. I hit play, even though I felt like I might puke. Lacey's voice came first, peppy, flirty. "So you guys, we've got Ryan here." "Yes, that Ryan. And we're going to talk about what happens when you finally leave the wrong relationship and meet someone who sees you." My face flushed hot. Then Ryan. "I think when you've been in something toxic, you don't realize how much of yourself you've buried just to keep the peace." Lacey. "Was it hard to walk away?" Ryan. "I mean, yeah, but I was already gone emotionally. I just hadn't said it yet." I was screaming internally. He never walked away. He crawled between lives like a worm. The next part made my blood curdle. Lacey. "So did she know about me?" Ryan. "She suspected, but she was too busy playing detective to actually act like a girlfriend." That was it, the last thread snapped. I screen recorded the burner account reel, the podcast clip, the Instagram tag in my bed, and compiled it into a TikTok. I blurred names just enough to avoid immediate takedown. Caption: When your boyfriend tags another girl in your bed, forgets to log out of his burner, and your sister, in on it. Enjoy cheater exposed. Posted it. Within minutes, the views began to spike. 2K, 5K, 12K comments flooding in. The sister too, I'm unwell. Not the burner account, named after his own ghost. Drop the podcast link, bestie, we're ready to fight. But the real fireworks started when someone stitched it. A random user. She said, wait, is this about Ryan from LinkedIn? I clicked her profile. Her video had screenshots, LinkedIn screenshots. Ryan's profile, updated that morning. In a relationship with Lacey Warner. He fucking put it on LinkedIn, like it was a promotion, like he was proud. And the comments. One from his manager. "Congrats, man, you two are adorable." But another one caught my eye. A user named at Mama, Lynn. Her comment, "We need to talk now." I recognized that name. It was Ryan's mom. I didn't even know Ryan's mom had social media, let alone that she'd weigh in publicly on a LinkedIn relationship status update. But there it was. We need to talk now. At Mama Lynn. On a LinkedIn post about dating. This wasn't just mess, it was corporate-level mess. The comments kept rolling in beneath it like people were watching a car crash in real time. I tapped her username. Her bio was simple: educator, dog lover, proud mom sometimes. That sometimes felt like a nuclear burn now. And then my phone vibrated, hard. It was a message request, from her. Lynn Stevens. I saw the video, please call me. I didn't want to, I really didn't want to, but my curiosity was louder than my pride. So I called. She answered on the first ring, is it true? I blinked, I'm sorry. My son, the videos, the post, the girl in your bed, is it true? Yes, I said flatly, all of it and then some. There was silence on her end, then a long, low exhale. I told him, she said. I told him when he started screwing around with that influencer girl, it'd end in fire. I wasn't expecting that. You mean Lacey? No, sweetheart, she said. Lacey was second, I meant Vanessa. My stomach dropped. Wait, he told me he blocked her, I said. Said she was unstable. Oh, she's unstable, all right, Lynn muttered. But not because of Ryan, because of how he treated her. I blinked hard. I should have called you after New Year, she continued. But he swore you two had broken up, that it wasn't my place. I gripped the phone tighter. After New Year, what? She sighed. I caught him at my house, with both of them. Vanessa showed up late at night, uninvited. And Lacey, well, she wasn't invited either, but she drove him. They had an argument on my porch that turned into a full-blown screaming match. My jaw dropped, so they knew about each other. Oh, honey, Lynn said. They still know about each other. Ryan's been playing this same game for years. 2 girls minimum at all times, 1 on the feed, 1 in the DMs. I was speechless. He lied to me, lied to everyone. Oh, don't get me started on the LinkedIn stunt, she added. Who puts that on their professional profile? Your son, I said dryly, apparently. But she wasn't done. I hope you don't mind, but I left a comment on your TikTok. My eyes widened. What? I didn't use my name, she assured me, but I just wanted you to know you're not the first and I'm sorry. I hung up in a daze, scrolled back to my TikTok. The comments had tripled. One stood out. I'm his ex, he told me you were the crazy one. And another. I have screenshots, you're not alone, DMs open. My head spun. This wasn't just my story, it was a network. A web of lies, stitched together with burner accounts, TikTok edits, and reposted affirmations about growth and new love. He'd curated betrayal into a content strategy. Then I got a DM from someone named @RealClarissa94. Girl, you don't know me, but I dated him last summer. I found his Reddit. He's been writing about all of you. My blood froze. His Reddit. I clicked the link she sent. U/digitalponics84. Profile bio. Recovering from narcissistic abuse, documenting my healing journey. I started reading. Post after post. All the same themes. My ex is stalking me via her sister. When your girlfriend gets clingy and her apartment starts to feel like a prison. Why I had to move on from someone who only wanted me off social media. Every post had hundreds of upvotes. Comments were filled with sympathy. He had an audience, a whole separate reality where he painted himself as the victim. And he'd been talking about me, about Bree, about Vanessa, about Lacey. He had weaponized our relationships into content. And just as I started screen capping everything for proof, another notification came in. This one wasn't from social media. It was from my job Slack. A ping in the general channel. Hey, isn't this your ex? Attached, a link to BuzzStream Pop, a viral gossip site. I clicked it. Headline. Soft launch scandal. TikTok couple's bedpost exposes web of cheating, sister sabotage, and ghost accounts. And smack in the center of the thumbnail. My bed. My sheets. Ryan. and a tiny caption overlaid across the bottom. He tagged her, not me. The article went viral in hours. By lunchtime, I was sitting in the supply closet at work, half laughing and half hyperventilating while staring at a BuzzStream pop headline that made it feel like my entire romantic life had been turned into a Netflix docuseries. The comments under the post were a war zone. Imagine being the sister. This man has a LinkedIn love life, I'm screaming. He really said, let me gaslight 5 women and build a personal brand. And then I saw it, screenshots someone else had posted in the comment thread. A group chat. Titled, Ryan Survivors Club. I had to read it 3 times. It was real. A group of women, some I recognized from the burner account, some completely new, had formed an actual support chat. There were at least 7 members. One of them dropped a PDF, a fucking timeline. Labeled, RYAN's rotation, cross-referenced by social media tags, Reddit posts, and GPS metadata. It was organized like an FBI evidence file. And guess what? Our timelines overlapped. Every one of us had been love-bombed, gaslit, used for content, and dumped the second we asked for clarity. Every one of us had been told the same lines. You're not crazy, she is. I just need space to grow. We're not official, remember. You're the only one who really sees me. It wasn't love, it was campaign strategy. I finally joined the group chat, under the name Main Character. Within minutes, I had more receipts than TMZ. A selfie of Ryan cuddling Lacey while texting me about dinner plans. A draft of a LinkedIn post he sent to another girl to approve. A screen recording of his TikTok drafts folder, 8 different versions of Heartbreak Recovery, edits starring different women. Voice notes he left for one girl while shirtless in MY bathroom mirror. I recognized the tiles. But the nuclear bomb. A Dropbox link. Titled, Ryan Files Zip. I hesitated, then opened it. Inside were dozens of folders, each named after a girl. Some were nicknames, Tattoo Babe, Airport Angel, Sundress. Others were names I knew, Vanessa, Lacey, me. Inside my folder. Photos, some I took, some I didn't. Screenshots of our texts, recordings, one video of me sleeping face down in my bed, hair across my face. I never consented to being filmed. I felt sick. Violation doesn't even begin to describe it. The final file. A Word doc titled, Content Pipeline 2025. It was a literal spreadsheet of women, their follower counts, topics for potential TikToks, caption suggestions, relationship milestones to be faked and filmed. And in the notes column for me, consider reframing her as the jealous ex who never believed in me, NW spiritual growth post, good engagement. I dropped my phone. I couldn't breathe. I was a bullet point in his digital career plan. This wasn't cheating. This was emotional fraud as a monetization strategy. Suddenly, the door burst open, my coworker Jackie. Sorry, you need to see this. I followed her out, legs numb. She handed me her phone. It was a live stream on TikTok. At Lacey For Real was live. Over 20K viewers. She was crying. Okay, so I just saw the BuzzStream article and I don't even know what to say, she said, voice trembling. I sat down hard in the breakroom chair. Lacey continued, eyes red. I didn't know about Vanessa or Bree or whoever that girl is in the hoodie. Ryan told me they were old flings, that he was over it. I believed him. She scrolled through a printed version of the Ryan's rotation timeline. Someone had emailed it to her. She held it up. This is psychotic, she said. I thought we were in love. Comments flooded in. Girl, you were just the March edition. We need a Ryan docuseries now. Tag Netflix and let's manifest it. But then she froze. She looked down at something off camera, then back up, her face pale. I just got a text from his ex-wife, she whispered. The chat exploded. Ex-wife. Not HIM, HAVNG wives, now WTF. I blinked, ex-wife. Lacey's voice trembled. Apparently he was married, until this spring. They separated in March, he never told me. I thought he was single since forever. I nearly dropped my phone. March was when he took me on that mountain retreat, where he cried about trust issues and said he'd never been so sure of anyone. So while I held him under the stars, while Bree helped me book that Airbnb, while I wrote a fucking poem about his eyes, he was in the middle of a divorce. And now the ex-wife had entered the chat. The ex-wife's name was Maya, and within 15 minutes of Lacey's live stream, she posted a 2-part TikTok series titled, Story Time, How I Found Out My Husband Was soft-launching his mistress while finalizing our divorce. I watched it in stunned silence, along with half the internet. Part 1 opened with her sitting on a beige couch, hair pulled back, zero makeup, pure fire in her eyes. So, Maya began, imagine you're going through a quiet, mutual separation. You've been married for 3 years, your husband claims he needs to find himself, and you're doing therapy, joint filings, the whole mature route. Then one night you're scrolling on TikTok and bam, there he is, with Lacey, laughing, in your fucking pajamas. She picked up a folded pair of pink cotton shorts with little hearts on them. He stole these, Maya deadpanned, from my laundry and gave them to her. I choked. The comments were pure chaos. Not the divorce laundry theft. He's collecting women like infinity stones. She deserves a court-approved flamethrower. Then came part 2. Maya was holding a binder, tabs, printed screenshots, color-coded. I'm a paralegal, she said. I don't do chaos, I document it. She flipped to a tab labeled Duplicity Q4. In October, he told me he was staying with his brother after a fight. He was actually with Vanessa in Palm Springs. How do I know? I booked the Airbnb. Under my name, he never changed the password. She pulled up a receipt on her iPad and showed the matching Instagram post Vanessa had posted from the hot tub. In the background, a towel embroidered with the letter M. Oh, it gets better, Maya continued. In December, he told me he was at a tech retreat. But on Reddit, under u/digitalponix84, he posted a selfie from a cabin, with a caption that read, Healing from Narcissistic Abuse. She zoomed in. In the corner of the mirror, a woman's silhouette, short, wavy hair, holding a phone. Me. It was me. I gasped so loud my coworker in the hallway stopped and peeked in. You okay? I waved her off, not even a little. Maya kept going. I reached out to Lacey yesterday. She didn't know he was married, just like I didn't know about her, or Bree, or any of you. She paused. But I do know one thing. This man's entire digital footprint is a war crime. The TikTok had 300K views within an hour. My phone exploded with messages, journalists, bloggers, women from the group chat, even a brand rep from a mattress company offering to sponsor a story time. We'll send a new bed stat. But the message that froze me. A text from my mom. Just saw something on Facebook, call me right now. My stomach dropped. I opened Facebook for the first time in months. And there it was. My sister Bree. A new post. Not everything is black and white. I never meant to hurt anyone. I'm stepping away from social media to focus on healing. Please respect my privacy. Attached, a photo of her crying in a sunlit room, holding a mug. She had turned this into a healing arc. But the comments weren't buying it. You slept with your sister's boyfriend girl, what? This ain't an apology, it's a Pinterest caption. Delete this and go help her move out of the bed you defiled. And then someone linked my TikTok, the one that started it all. 1.2 million views. I watched the view count roll like a slot machine. I thought about deleting it, hiding, disappearing from the web. But instead, I added a part 2. I stood in my apartment doorway, wearing my own hoodie this time, looking directly into the camera. Hi, I'm the girl who got tagged out of her own relationship, the one whose sister was just helping, the one who thought TikTok couples were real. I held up a glass. To Ryan, the brand, not the man. I smiled. To every woman who didn't know they were in a content pipeline. And then I flipped the camera to show my laptop. The Dropbox folder. I blurred names, but left just enough for the internet to dig. Caption: If you think your man, being shady, check his drafts, or ask his ex-wife. They probably have receipts. It went nuclear. But the real bomb was yet to come. The next morning, I woke up to a flurry of ets. Someone had gone live. Not Lacey. Not Maya. Ryan. When I tapped on the live, Ryan's face filled the screen, puffy-eyed, pale, clearly operating on no sleep and an overdose of panic. Okay, so, I just want to set the record straight, he started, in that hollow influencer voice people use when they're trying to cry but still check their angles. A lot been said about me in the last 24 hours, and most of it isn't true. There were already 17,000 people watching. The comments were merciless. Just say you got caught and log off. Where's the bedpost coward? Blink twice if Maya owns your soul now. Ryan kept going. I'm not perfect, I never claimed to be, but I'm also not this monster people are painting me as. Bro, you literally painted yourself as a healing victim on Reddit while soft-launching 3 women and filming a 4th in her sleep. He rubbed his temples dramatically. Yes, there was overlap, but relationships are messy. Social media makes everything look worse than it is. You think you know someone because you see a few videos, but you don't know what happens in private. I nearly choked on my coffee. Private, you filmed content for 5 separate women and tagged one in the bed of another. You made your love life interactive entertainment. And then, as if the universe had perfect comedic timing, Maya joined the live. Yes, his ex-wife requested to go live with him. The comments exploded. Oh shit, here we go. Maya about to drop Exhibit C. Someone get popcorn and a restraining order. He accepted. She popped on screen, hair in a bun, not a drop of makeup, just a tight smile and a folder in hand. Again, classic Maya. Hi Ryan, she said sweetly. How's your truth-telling going? His face dropped. Maya, I don't think this is the time. Oh, it absolutely is, she interrupted. Because you just told 17,000 people that you're not a monster, so let's ask the audience. She held up a screenshot. This is a private email you sent me on March 3rd while we were still married. Subject line, need your help with a brand collab. In it, you say, and I quote, I think a divorce arc will perform well, especially if I can line it up with the soft launch. If you play along, we could both go viral. The comments combusted. This man staged a divorce arc. You're not a boyfriend, you're a limited series on Netflix. Ryan stammered that email was taken out of context. She pulled up another screenshot, context like this. It was a Dropbox message, same username as the one I'd seen. To a folder labeled Lacey Edits. Use the hoodie clip, that'll bait the ex and stir the algorithm. That was my hoodie, my bait. I was shaking with rage, but also relief. Because now it wasn't just my word against his, it was an avalanche. Maya signed off with a wink. You don't need therapy, Ryan. You need an NDA, a VPN, and a very long walk into obscurity. She left the live. Ryan sat there in stunned silence. Then the screen went black. Live ended. By the next morning, every major gossip site had picked up the story. BuzzStream, Vulture, even Business Insider ran a piece titled, Love is Clickbait, The Rise and Fall of Ryan Stevens. The opening line. He tagged the wrong woman in the wrong bed, and the internet did the rest. Lacey issued a full apology video and announced she was stepping back from social media indefinitely. Vanessa posted a TikTok of her doing the cha-cha slide to Karma by Taylor Swift in front of Ryan's old apartment. Iconic. Maya, she got a verified badge overnight and started a podcast called Binder Energy. First guest me. We spilled it all, the burner accounts, the spreadsheet, the sister betrayal, the Reddit delusions, the goddamn LinkedIn relationship announcement. Within a week, I had a manager, a brand deal, an entire TikTok series titled. He tagged her, not me. It trended for 3 days straight. Even Bree texted me. I fucked up, I know that. I just didn't expect it to go this far. I didn't reply. Because she was right, it didn't just go this far. They pushed me. They poked and posted and filmed and tagged. And now everyone knows. I changed the lock on my door, burned the hoodie, bought new sheets. And every time someone comments, he really did that to you. I just smile and type back. Yeah, but now the whole world's watching. And guess what? I'm the one getting the last post.